friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are putting to the test the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I am so excited to dip into this palette and really see if it lives up to that Natasha Denona quality that we know and love. And if you have caught one of my eyeshadow reviews before, you know we are doing the in-depth swatches. So I do a full arm of swatches and I also swatch out on the back of my hand each individual shade so that you can really get a feel for the palette. Now hopefully all of this sounds interesting to you. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. So this is the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. She is really pretty. I actually hadn't fully seen this outer packaging design yet, and it is very, very stunning. So sleek. I love the matte finish because it's not going to get like fingerprinty or anything. I really, really love the packaging of this. Now, this is the outer carton. If you are wondering, it basically matches the palette, and then it has the shade names and the formulas and the ingredients on the back here. 24-month expiry, made in Italy. All of the usual stuff you get on the outer cartons. I paid $112 on Sephora Australia for this palette, and I believe in the US it is $69 US, and I'm pretty sure this is getting released like worldwide on the 1st of June, except I don't know if like our Sephora Australia was like sneaky or something and released it early, but I actually picked this up on the 30th of May, so very exciting for us in Australia getting a new release earlier than everyone else for once. So let's look at the color story, shall we? Isn't she a beauty? Look at this. How pretty. The description of this palette first. Introducing Natasha's 2023 palette of the summer. The Yucca eyeshadow palette is the perfect balance of green/brown hues for earthy, everyday, or shimmering statement summer looks. Her iconic buttery smooth formulas provide all-day wear and seamless applications, including 4 new shades in Natasha's latest sparkling foiled formula. So it says, from the revolutionary sparkling foiled, first introduced in the Love Face palette, to the creamy textured mattes and the ultra shiny metallics, together these buttery smooth shades provide maximum color payoff. So 15 shades in total in this palette, and it has the classic mattes, cream to powders, metallics, and the new sparkling foiled formula. Paraben free and cruelty free as well. I can already tell this one and this one right here, these two are the cream to powders, and then the rest of the mattes are the straight matte formula. This one, this one, this one, and this one is the foiled formula, and this one is the metallic. We are not going to delay this any further because I know you guys want to see the swatches of this. So full arm swatches, individual hand swatches like we always do. Timestamps will be down below in case you only want to see certain parts of the video. I will also insert pictures of this palette swatch next to the gold palette from Natasha, the Metropolis palette from Natasha, probably the new Odin's Eye palette, any palettes that I think maybe have similar color stories, but I think I might actually do a more in-depth swatch comparison video, comparing this palette to other palettes and things that you might own either from the Natasha Denona collection or in other palettes in your collection. But let me know in the comments if you really want to see that video, or if you're just like, no, the swatches that you did were good enough. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on swatching. I am so excited to put this palette to the test. So I've primed my lids already with my Rare Beauty eye primer. I'm going to start out with my Refy 33 and I'm going to take Citrine first, which is this one right here. I'm going to start by tucking this into the outer corner and wiggling where I want the shadow to be placed. And then I'm going to turn my brush like sideways like this and wiggle to blend it out. I am looking for this palette. Some of these shades are quite hard to formulate in the sense that they can be patchy or they can get really mucky and not hold their color when they're blended, and can just get really mucky and messy very quickly. So what I'm looking for is how these matte shades in particular all blend and work together. That is performing impeccably though. Absolutely impeccably. I'll just zoom you guys in a little bit closer. We're offensively close now if you ask me, but at least you can see. I'm not a professional makeup artist though, so be nice. I will also take some of that citrine shade and just pack that onto the outer corner as well. Now, if you know me, this color story is really right up my alley. I do love these greens and like pukey greens and like army greens like this. So I was pretty excited when I saw this palette get released, but I will admit it does remind me so much of palettes like the Odin's Eye palette and the Nomad palette even that's coming out. Not that I own that, but even the gold palette and stuff, like it really does remind me of those. So I wasn't as like immediately like taken, but now that I have it in my hands, it really is such a beautiful palette that I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'm excited. And it really is a me color story, it really, really is. Well, that blended out absolutely perfectly and easily in my mind, so happy days. I'm gonna take a What's Up Beauty R104 and dip into a little bit of Willow here. I'm just gonna tuck this and start by deepening the outer corner. I find these tealy shadows to be really hard to formulate. Like you rarely get a really like consistent solid formula of this kind of color from my experience. This one doesn't seem to be performing too badly though, but I just find if anything's gonna get patchy or anything like that, it's gonna be this shade. I'm gonna put the Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick on this side and nothing on this side, just so that we can compare. As I always say, one, you don't need to use the Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick. I use it for my hooded eyes specifically. So like regardless of the palette, I would use this. It's a game changer for me with my eye shape. if you will. I don't really use this to intensify the shade, but I know it does do that as well. So I'll do one eye with and without. Now we're gonna dip into Alcyon, I think it's pronounced, this color right here, which when I swatched it, I was like, I wanna bathe in you. You are amazing, you are glorious and stunning. And these foiled shades do just feel impeccable, like they really are something special. This is a Delium 773, and I'm gonna tap this on the outer corner here. I'm gonna try and use as many shades as I can for today, just so we can see what they look like. A little bit of fallout there, but that's okay. Oh, that's pretty. Oh man, I want to bathe in that shade so bad. That's gorgeous. Okay, let's do the side with no intensifies. Equally as beautiful, equally as stunning. I definitely have more fallout on this side, which is why I use the intensifiers. Taking a Refy 27 now, I'm going to dip into this one right here, which is called Mecca. This is like a green, and you know I have to put this on my lid. Intensify side, pressing in. Oh my god, I love this color. Oh, it's so pretty. Now, I say this all the time as well, I don't really like a too structured look, so I kind of make mine a bit messy. You can obviously make yours like a cut crease or something if you wanted to, if you were following along. Oh, wow, that's really nice. I want to bathe in this shade too. That's beautiful, that shade. Oh my goodness. All right. Non-intensify side. Oh, that is so pretty. That shade is so pretty. These metallics are really stunning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a moment. They're beautiful. They're incredible. Okay, and then the last shade that we're gonna dip into is Komorabi. This one. And this is a What's Up R110. And I'm gonna tuck it into the little corner here. And that is beautiful as well. Oh, that is so shiny and metallic. Wow, that's beautiful. Shades in here are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Yeah, oh wow, that is amazing. I'm just gonna swoop this up a bit through here. Okay, that shade is even more, I'm having a moment. These metallic shades are, there's something special, you guys. These metallic shades are something special. Wow. And there really is honestly, there's no difference really for me with the intensity from like intensifies to no intensifies. It's just that I have less fallout on this side. But wowee. I want to bathe in these metallics. I'm not even kidding. That is so impressive. So impressive. I'm just going to dip a little bit more into Willow with that What's Up brush and just softly blend through here again. And then I've just got a Lethal Cosmetics 200 blending brush, and I'm going back into Citrine, which was that first shade we used. Just buffing that into. This always happens with Natasha Denona palettes for me. Every time I see the release picture and I'm like, meh, whatever. And then I get it in person, I'm like, this is really pretty. And then I try it and I'm like, this is absolutely incredible, and I become utterly obsessed with the palette, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening this time. Like, I don't know why I do this. Every time I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get that palette, I'm not that into it, and then, or I'll be like, yeah, I like it, I'll get it, but like, I'm sure it's not like, you know, the best thing since sliced bread or whatever, and then I try it and it just becomes like an obsession for me. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow. Absolutely impeccable. You have to see these in person to actually understand how stunning these are. All right, I will do a speed through of my base makeup today just so you can see the look come together, and then we'll come back and actually one of you guys made an awesome suggestion where I do blush, highlighter, and lower lash line and lips with you guys together, because that's kind of like the pieces that really tie up to the look, and I really liked that. So we'll do that today. You guys can let me know how you feel about it. All right, let's do that. let's finish up the eyes before we do highlighter and blush and everything. I'm gonna take Citrine on a 777 shader brush from Delium. I'm gonna tap that and push that into the lower lash line here. I'm really impressed with how these shadows have performed. I'm not gonna lie. I was skeptical. Little pencil brush, and I'm gonna go into Willow, which is the dark green, or the tealy green. For the inner corner, I'm going to go into Camu Camu right here. I swear I've recognized this shade name before, Camu Camu, and I was looking through her other palettes, but I couldn't see one. Let me know if I'm crazy, if I'm not crazy in thinking this was another shade. Just a really small amount. I'm going to put my black Victoria Beckham eyeliner on my top waterline. I'm going to put my olive one from Melt Cosmetics on my lower waterline, and my Victoria Beckham mascara. For lips, I think it's only fitting that I use the Natasha Denona My Dream Lip Trio as well. So that is what I'm going to do. All right, let's go ahead and zoom back so you can see the finished look and I'll wrap up my final thoughts, so 2 seconds. This is the finished look with the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. All right, what are my thoughts? I'm pleasantly surprised so far. I really am. These metallics, like these foil metallics, or whatever she calls them, special foil, whatever the name is, sorry, I can't remember. Mesmerizing. Like up there with wow factor. Probably not as up there as wow factor, sorry, as like a Pat special shade, but it's pretty darn close. Like these are chef's kiss, truly. I think if you're looking for like the impact of like a Pat special shade, but without as much glittery fallout or chunky glitteriness to it, this might be the option for you. But these all in their own right, stunning, stunning. And just each of these metallics in here are just going to look so stunning on their own, even just as like one and dones, that kind of thing. And even these mattes, like each one of these matte shades pretty much on their own will also make beautiful one and done shades as well. So like you can create so many different looks with this palette. I'm actually really, really, really impressed. I really am. I don't know. Is it worth the money? I don't know. Only everyone's value of $1 is different. Only you can decide that for yourself, whether or not, you know, it's worth the money for you, you have the money to do it, or it's going to bring something unique to your collection. That's up for you to decide. I can just tell you whether or not I personally like it, and I really, really do. This palette is exciting me. I'm really excited about it. It's stunning. That is all of my thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want like a swatch party, like an in-depth one of me comparing the shades in this palette with other palettes in my collection, or if you feel like the screenshots that I inserted are enough, because they're probably the palettes that I'm going to compare with it anyway, so it might be enough for you guys. I will also, or actually just let me know in the comments as well if you want to see our 3 looks 1 palette as well, and let me know your thoughts. Are you picking up the palette? Are you thinking about picking up the palette? Do you already have the palettes? Let's have a chat. Anyway, if you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate it. And I hope that you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.